Hey everybody, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Cranky Sports Show. And my name is Ricky, and I'd like to welcome both guys back again this week. First of all, let's welcome Aaron. How you doing, Aaron?
Oh, yeah, good, thank you. Good.
Cool. And welcome back, Kev. How are you doing, mate?
Hello, good. Yeah, glad to be back.
Excellent. So another packed show this week. Mostly we're going to have some more thoughts on the latest releases of FIFA and PES. We've got a couple of other games thrown into the mix, along with some exciting news from the real world of sports. So what's been going on in our lives? So I'll start first of all. Of course, I had me visit to EGX in Birmingham, which was a very interesting and a very spacious visit. I mentioned to you guys, didn't I, before we recorded that last year in London was very very tight and you felt really condensed and claustrophobic, and this year in Birmingham it was fine. And one thing to note about EGX, you could not turn your back without bumping into a game of football. It was everywhere.
Excellent.
It was FIFA and PES. It was wall to wall almost. It was all over the PlayStation site. It was all over Xbox. Of course, it wasn't on Nintendo. There was nothing on Nintendo, which was a bit of a shame. But so it was a really good show, and I really enjoyed it, and it was excellent. So the other thing that's been going on in my life, obviously, this week, I made a subscription to BT. Finally, BT Sports. Now, the reason I did this was mostly because I'd been borrowing an account off a friend for about a year now, and every now and again he changes the password, unfortunately. So I was kind of locked out of Champions League on Tuesday night. And we'll talk about that in a minute. And it was a really good night, wasn't it? Tuesday night of Champions League with Chelsea and Arsenal up first. And it kind of got to Wednesday night, and I was a little bit kind of messaged him, and I messaged him again. I was like, "Come on, mate, give me a bloody password," and he never came through. And I just thought, I've got to bite the bullet here. I can't be fanning around expecting someone else to give me a code. So off I went to the website and I had a look about what it was, really. So do you guys know the subscription charges? Do any of you have it for starters?
Well, I've got it, but I got mine with BT itself, so I think I pay £5 a month for.
£5, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What about you, Kev?
I know it's always been expensive when I price it up for Sky. I haven't got it, just out of principle, just how much it is. I already pay for Sky Sports for it. That's more expensive enough.
Same here, and I'm totally in your court, Kev, in that respect. Whereas, all the years I've been paying Sky an extortionate amount.
Yeah.
Every season, and it wasn't until about sort of August that it dawned on me that hang on, they haven't got Champions League.
Exactly.
They never had Europa, so that's not a biggie.
Yeah.
They haven't got FA Cup. Do you know what I mean?
They're quickly running out of stuff, aren't they, all of a sudden?
Yeah, they haven't got the Ryman's Premier League or whatever it's called, that's bullshit.
They've not got the Ashes either, have they? They
haven't got the Ashes. Exactly. So much movement. They haven't got, UFC was never on Sky, but I missed that as well. And so I went on the website, and of course the thing that always put me off for so long was not only do you have to pay £20 a month, but there's a bloody connection fee, which always felt like it was bumping it up for that first initial tip over the line, which I think £35 up front is a lot of money.
That's probably what initially put me off thinking about it now. Remember,
exactly. And this might change your mind because they are currently doing a month free.
All right.
First month is free, so effectively when you press the button to join, you actually only pay the signing up on fee, which is £15.
All right.
So it kind of helps soften the blow a little bit, doesn't it? Because, you think about it, £35. Okay, no, let's do £15 a month. Then 19 it starts in the month after. And, I think to me it feels slightly more worth it. I've got the channels on my big telly now. and it looks good. I remember BT Sport a few years ago never quite looked as good in HD as it did. Or did they have HD a few years ago? I don't know.
I think that was new, wasn't it? The
Yeah,
HD for this year.
that's right. So it looks a lot better. I remember BT, always standard def, and that always put you off watching it on TV. Recently, you and I have experienced using the app, haven't we?
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
On the iPad, which is fantastic when the goals pop up. So all in all, I feel it's a justified purchase nowadays, which just makes it feel a bit warmer. And of course, this weekend there's a UFC fight at 3 a.m, which I can now record and watch on Sunday, which is my birthday, by the way. But we won't be talking about that on Sunday, will I? But there we go. So that's pretty much what I've been doing, and of course tonight being Europa League, and I'm not actually watching any of the Sky of BT Sports. So what a wasted subscription that is turning out to be. But anyway, that's pretty much me. And of course, there's a lot of games out. A lot of games. There's the pairs and the FIFA, which we've got to start hammering. I've got my hands on Blood Bowl 2. On the PC, which I'll talk a little bit about later, and of course we get some top tips from Kev, who sounds like a seasoned pro in Blood Bowl. And plus I've also picked up many other games as well, which I will talk about on the Crankies on Sunday. So and some of you have seen some pictures up on the Facebook wall, which so there we go. So I've got lots of games coming out now. This week I think was released NBA, wasn't it? Which we could do it. Yeah, was it today?
Yeah, the 2K15.
Yeah, which is kind of on my radar, but it's going to have to take a backseat, I think, for a little while. So, but anyway, that's what I've been up to for the last sort of week or so. What about you, Aaron? What have you been up to, mate?
Yeah, it's ironic, really, talking about BT, because just today we've just signed back up to Sky after promising each other that was it. We were cutting the cord, never going to do it again.
Yes, yeah.
And a month into, or 2 months into living in the new house, we're like, we can't take it anymore. This is it. Got to get the Sky back. So it lasted long, really. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Because I've been using Sky Go on the PlayStation, and it's been okay, to be honest. It's just convenience, isn't it, of having the Sky Record and everything. So we've gone for it, bit the bullet. I'm glad you reminded me about that, actually, because I can actually put the BT on there as well, can't I?
Yes, you can. Yeah,
so
yeah.
Once it's on there, I can still have it on my iPad as well, can't I? There's no.
You can, yeah.
That's good. So that puts that back into place. That's all good.
So what subs did you do? Did you go for the full movie package for sports, or are you just taking a little bit of a?
Well, I've still got my Sky Go subscription for the Sky Sports.
Okay. Yeah.
So we just kind of went a bit of movies and standard stuff, really. So, because I only get to watch the sports on my iPad anyway. So.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all sorted. So I was quite happy to finally get that sorted. Got a nice new TV on the way as well. They're just throwing things at you at the moment.
Really? What you got coming then?
Some 32-inch LG for the office, so not bad.
Yeah, for the office.
Yeah, office. Yeah.
Wow, brilliant. Yeah.
I thought that would go down quite well. That's sweet.
How far back are you going to have to sit to kind of?
I know.
Use that. I mean, I don't know what mine is. I think mine's about 28-inch, and it does feel massive.
Yeah.
On the desk.
Exactly. Yeah.
But crikey, you'll have to stick some pickies up once that turns up, mate. That's really good.
Obviously, it's for work purposes only, but
indeed,
that's what I told you about, obviously. Yeah. Reviews and all that lot.
Yeah.
Apart from that, we've obviously had the rugby this week or the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yes.
Both my teams have kind of struggled, so both South Africa and England. So that's not.
Yeah, we need to talk about that in a bit, don't we?
Exactly.
Didn't you go to a match?
It's tomorrow we leave for.
It's at Villa Park, isn't it?
No. St James's this one.
Oh, St James's.
Yeah, so we're off to Geordieland tomorrow, so that should be good.
Do you know what? I've not
watching against Australia. That's brilliant.
Yeah. I've not seen any rugby. I've watched one match, and that was the England-Wales last weekend. I don't know. I have no idea of TV schedule, when it's on, where they're playing, who's in what group, who's playing who, and who's likely to win. I've got no clue. I'm a bit of a Luddite, to be honest with you. It's passing me by. I think, World Cups and things like that, to me, are usually in the off season when there's nothing else on.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Whereas there's so much else on. They're having rugby matches the same nights as the Champions League, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
On ITV4, it's going to get no coverage.
During the day while everybody's working and stuff
that's
as well.
it.
Same, so
it's just missing the boat for me. But anyway, so you excited about the trip, Aaron?
I am. And then on the Wednesday, we're off to Olympic Stadium to watch another South Africa game as well. So nice. should be good. So nice visit to London.
That's next Wednesday. Actually, I'm in London next week. So
it should be good.
West London. All right, good.
I have no idea where the Olympic Stadium is.
Olympic Stadium's East London, so you have to go past West Ham and East Ham and all that sort of Stratford, that sort of stuff. So good luck.
Yeah.
Good. Is that it?
Yeah. I mean, it's just been a busy couple of weeks, just work-wise, and
are you allowed to talk about your acquisition or your new?
I've not handed the notice in yet, but that should give it all away.
So you had an interview for a job.
Yeah, it went surprisingly well. And
good.
Got the job, and
congratulations. Excellent.
Fingers crossed that they don't put me on 3 months gardening leave. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, that'd be nice. Get a bit of pay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's always good to know you've got something to go to. You don't have to sit at home looking for work.
I know, it's difficult, isn't it? What would I do with myself?
Beg for it. That's what I do. So when does that start then? Is that New Year?
It will be the kind of first day of the year. So.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Good.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Cheers, mate. Okay, what about you, Kev? You've had a few things going on. What have you been up to then, mate?
Yeah, since last time we recorded, my birthday was last Wednesday on 23rd.
Okay.
And I had an extremely long day at work. Set off at 1 o'clock at morning to Peterhead in Scotland.
Yes, I think I saw your
405 miles worth.
Oh,
and then I had to hitchhike back down 156 miles to get to my next car.
For real?
Yeah.
So
okay. That's kind of my job.
Right. What? So you drive all the way out there, dropped something off, obviously.
Yeah, dropped a brand new van off.
A brand new van off, and then to come home, you've got to hitchhike.
Yes. Well, I hitchhiked to my next car, which turned out to be in Stirling this time, which were 156 miles away from Peterhead.
Wow.
Whoa.
So I set off at 1 o'clock. Wednesday morning, so I literally saw every hour of my birthday.
Yeah.
And finished got back home at 7 o'clock Wednesday night.
Jeez.
So it were a long old day.
Yeah. Oh well, that's what happens to birthdays when you get older, doesn't it?
Well, I got to see every hour of it because it worked out well in the end because they didn't give me any work for Thursday. After that, when we having such a long day.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it made it I could go to midnight launch of FIFA. Stayed away a little bit longer. And
I was going to say, did you get anything good for your birthday? Anything sporty, gaming related? But it sounds like you got FIFA.
Yeah, FIFA mainly, and then a surprise yesterday.
Oh, okay. Oh, are we allowed to know what that surprise was?
Yeah. I'm going to be doing an unboxing of it actually. My lovely partner got me Lego Dimensions.
Oh, excellent!
So I get to have a play.
Wow, that does look really good. We saw them set up actually at EGX. It looked fantastic. Yeah, you're going to love that. The whole building of the thing as well is part of it.
Yeah, I can't wait for it. It's killing me because I haven't opened it yet, so I can do it on camera.
Awesome.
Time off work.
Brilliant. Yeah, make sure you send us a link for the unboxing of that, and I'd like to see that. That'd be good.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
And then, I just want to gloat a little bit that my little team that's in crisis, and you, top of league now.
Yes, you can.
I love this crisis, and long may it continue.
Yeah. It's they're doing all right actually, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
I saw a YouTuber when what's it Anthony Martial, is it?
Yeah.
YouTuber initially went Tony Marshall, who's he? And then he scores a couple of goals. Anthony Martial is his new name. Wonder Kid. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I saw them. They got a bit lucky last night, though, didn't they? But I think it's a good segue into talking about Champions League, really, for the last few nights. How did you feel United play last night? Then they were Wolfsburg, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it. I ain't even seen any highlights yet with me not having BT and stuff.
Yes, right, of course.
But
well, I'll tell you then.
Stumbled through.
I'll tell you then. They did. It was a very even game, and I think the real difference between the two was Mata. He equalised with a penalty, and then he set up the winning goal. Which have you seen it yet?
No, but people, it's all over saying that.
The ball was kind of pinging around the edge of the box, and it got kind of sort of half cleared, and then it got pushed back in, and he was stood around the D, and he did this kind of like back flick with his heel, right, which completely wrong-footed about 5 defenders. But it just so happened that Smalling was legging it through on the off chance that somebody might do something crazy like that, and mishit the shot. But it went in. It was it was all about the pass and the setup. So
that sounds like Chris Smalling all over that.
Yeah, it was a defender's goal.
Yeah,
I swear it was straight from the training ground. It was.
It did look very planned, but it was the sort of thing that we, try it another 100 times, it would never come off. But,
exactly.
United are doing all right at the moment, and I watched part of the City game as well. Their second half, they absolutely hammered Mönchengladbach, and kind of deserved the win in the end, but it was a penalty. Did you know the stat? I mean, I was watching. Of course, I think it was what was his name, Savage. The ex-Derby Leicester player, the co-commentator, gave us a stat. The penalty is the 9th penalty that Borussia have given away this year. So he completely, as soon as a penalty was given, he came out with a stat within about 8 seconds. Which I thought was very well. Obviously, he'd done his research and was praying for a penalty. You could sense, but
he'll have it written in capital letters at the top of his notes.
Indeed.
Please, something happen.
Wasn't the rest of his whole performance a bit cringeworthy though? Didn't you feel?
Who's that?
Savage.
Well, okay, so you're not a Savage fan, are you?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. It's just I thought that whole interview, the whole thing was just a bit cringeworthy. It was just
co-commentary, you mean?
Yeah, because what was he saying? He was saying, "Oh, that was a good tackle, a good bad tackle," and it was just you could tell the other one was getting a little bit. He was biting his tongue, wasn't he?
So I kind of like it in a way because it feels a bit more honest, a bit more. If you think about the BBC co-coms and Sky, Alan Smith for Sky, he's good, but he's very safe.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And when you get somebody like Savage, who's quite, wears his heart on his sleeve, and you get somebody like Ian Wright, who says all sorts of crazy things, you feel you're not quite sure what you're going to get, so it makes it a little bit more interesting. But that's just my opinion. I mean, there is a certain brand of football fan who does like their co-commentators to be very meat and two veg. But Mark Lawrenson, remember him? We go down that road, aren't we? So, what do you guys think about the Arsenal and Chelsea poor performance? Any opinion on those?
The Chelsea-wise, it was. I don't quite understand what the logic was because there was the opportunity, wasn't there? And he decided let's put the best player, well, not the best players, but put the players on the bench to try and teach them a lesson or whatever the tactic was, and. Yeah,
going through another one of his little hissy fit stages.
He is, isn't he?
Put his foot down, but
I
don't know. It's sort of imploding around him, really.
Yeah,
looks of things.
Yeah, something's going on there, isn't it?
There is.
Do you think he'll walk again? He has a habit, doesn't he, Mourinho? Of
I can't see it myself, not this time round, but
no.
From outside, but from like my point of view, possibly this seems to be the thing he does. He spits his dummy out, and then he goes by end of that season usually, especially when it starts going down like this.
Yeah, I think I've got a feeling. This is just a hunch. That I think he'll move into international management next.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he can really go anywhere else, can he?
I think it'd be too boring for him, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
it's not an every week type of game, is it? International stuff.
No, true.
Usually for the old retirees like
But he has won everything. He has won everything domestically, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, true.
Didn't he win? Did he win the Liga, the European Cup? He's won 2 of them, hasn't he? At least.
Yeah. Italian as well.
Italian, you know what I mean? So I think, what else could he do? He can't, unless he goes to Man U. Would you reckon about that, Kev?
I don't think it'd ever happen now. I wouldn't have minded at first, but
Van Gaal
should have gone. It should have gone when he had a chance before. Instead of moving to Chelsea, that job was prime for him. He should have waited out, but he obviously didn't, and we ended up with messed up with Moyes. So.
Yes, who's about probably to get sacked for Sociedad, isn't he, in Spain? I don't think he's won yet this season, unless they won at the weekend. I know he's had a.
I don't know. I've not seen these results.
Yeah, he's having a tough time of it. I think it was the Basque Derby at the weekend. I didn't see the result, but I did hear that he hadn't won yet they hadn't won yet this year, and he's under pressure and all that. So,
right.
anyhow, and Arsenal lost. I didn't see the game, and this has prompted me to buy BT Sports, to be honest with you, because it sounded like a cracker. 3-2 they lost at home to Olympiacos. And big news here, I think, was the check was dropped.
Yeah. Everything revolved around that. And
I don't know the goalkeeper's name. Was it Espinas?
Espina's mistake.
Yeah, he kind of... I saw the goal. He kind of caught it and then landed over the line with it instead of throwing it out, which was a bit crazy, but either how, they're bottom of the league, and the next match is Bayern. So Bayern Munich are probably away. So could be.
Yeah, they've got Bayern Munich back to back now, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, I think it's
could be game over for them, really.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Bayern are coming out, but Lewandowski's just immense.
Yeah.
It's killing everybody at the minute.
Exactly, but then again, they're only 3 points behind.
Yeah.
So, but the problem is the other 2 teams who have got 3 points each are playing each other twice. So it only takes one of them to win both games, and they're 9 points behind that team if they don't beat Bayern, and they're probably 12 or 15 behind Bayern. They could be absolutely screwed. With probably 2 games to go, they could be out, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Unless they win or take points off Bayern, they could be out.
Definitely, and it's pointing more and more likely we're going to lose this 4th place in the Champions League, isn't it? Because we're just struggling
We're not performing well, are we?
No, other than Man United, by looks of it, it's not.
Yeah, but they're not setting the world alight, are they?
No,
they're just scrambling through.
They're the only one who looks kind of more certain than the rest to go through, aren't they? It's just.
Well, Chelsea should qualify.
Well, you say that.
It was Moscow and
so.
Tel Aviv, which is they shouldn't cause too much problems. In fact, I'm going to Tel Aviv in 2 weeks.
Is that the place you can't take your PlayStation?
Yep. So, I probably could, but I don't think I'll bother. I think I'll have a week off and just
not worth the risk, is it?
Just do a bit of Footy Manager sort of thing on the laptop. Yeah, and I might take the old Vita. That'll probably sort me out. Anyway, Premier League wise, the only real major news sort of domestically is the sort of good teams, good starts for some unfashionable teams like West Ham, Leicester, and Palace.
Yeah.
So, which one of those 3 has sort of shone for you guys more?
Crystal Palace for me, just because they're continuing from where they left off, really, aren't they, from last season? It's crazy the turnaround they've achieved. Just
Pardew.
Yeah. Who'd have thought it, really?
For England. Imagine that. I tell you what, would he make a better manager than Hodgson, do you think, for England, Pardew?
Yeah.
Possibly. I mean,
I don't rate him very much at all. Roy Hodgson is.
I think Roy Hodgson. Yeah, I think he's just got the philosophy, hasn't it? That's the only thing going for him. It's the whole from under 21s all the way up. That's about.
I'd like him to stay around the sort of scene, but I think next
definitely.
championship, I think the Euros are probably it for him.
I would have thought so.
Aside and let somebody else take us to Russia. What about you, Aaron? Kev, what about you, mate? Any team?
West Ham probably. Picking up some, they seem really good when they're not at home, which is a bit strange. But they've beaten a couple of big teams as well. So pinching some points. They're doing well, and they seem to have got a manager now that they've been craving for a while. So Bilic is doing really well.
Passionate. ex-player. Kind of helps, doesn't it? Yeah, so West Ham, they beat, Arsenal away, Liverpool away, and Man City away. And then can't win at home. So
strange, isn't it?
I know they got a point in the last game, but if they won a couple of the home games, they'd be top.
Yeah.
So amazing. And of course, up until this weekend, Leicester had a really good start, but then they went and got thumped 5-2 at home by Arsenal. But either way, I like the look of a couple of their players, and I don't know about Jamie Vardy. I'm not sure about him. I don't know if he's just scoring in a team that doesn't have any other goal scorers. Not too sure.
I was just going to say, well, Jamie Vardy's English, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got an England gap under him already. So.
They've just announced today that they put Danny Ings in, which I'm into England squad.
Really?
Which I believes more just because he's playing for Liverpool. Why would Vardy not get a chance rather than Ings?
Exactly.
I haven't seen it full squad. I don't know if Vardy's actually in, but
he probably is.
It just seems a little bit weird that Ings is included.
Yeah. He was in the last.
He hasn't really done anything.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Ronaldo got it 500th goal plus this week for Madrid, and Messi got injured. So couldn't have contrasting fortunes for those two, really, could we? Did you see? Did you see the Messi injury at all? I've not seen it. I only heard he's out for a couple of months.
I haven't seen it.
It's knee injury apparently.
Yeah, I just saw it on BT.
Oh right, okay. What about the Rugby World Cup then, guys? You two are a bit more into that than I am. What's been the standout moment so far that you can tell us about, apart from England losing?
Well, the South Africa-Japan game was crazy, wasn't it? Absolutely. I mean, yeah.
That was a fantastic game to watch. That was brilliant. Rooting for Japan all the way. It were a brilliant game.
How did they get on? Did they win their next games, or is that just a one-off? The Japan win. Have they won? Have they continued the winning, or have they?
No, Scotland beat them quite heavily, I believe.
Scotland?
I can't remember what score it was now, but yeah, they beat quite heavily.
Of course, Scotland are quite a good. I'm thinking. For some reason, I was thinking cricket there. Scotland cricket is Scotland are a good rugby team. Apologies, anybody listening who's Scottish, but yeah,
it's Scotland, South Africa. I'm seeing, so that makes that game even more tasty, really.
Yeah. Tell us about England then. That we lost, or England lost to Wales at the weekend. And they're talking about this weekend being. If we lose it, we're out. Is that true? Or we're playing Australia though in this weekend? Is that correct?
Yeah, kind of. If we get beat, Wales are winning their games. They've just beat Fiji today as well. So
right, okay.
It's looking like we're going to get left behind if we don't beat Australia now. It's a tall order, really. Especially when we could have won that Wales game. We could have shut it out a bit earlier than what we were trying to do.
So
crept back in, left it to the last minutes, and then made stuff.
Or at least at the end get the draw. I mean, I understand why they didn't. But
I was just going to say it depends. It depends on which way you look at it, because that kick at end were nearly impossible to kick.
Yeah,
it were really far out and right on touchline. I think a kick to usually. England are pretty good when they get it down into a maul and get it off a line like that with forwards. But Wales had a game plan for that. Just got underneath him, and they never even got a chance to get going. They were underneath him before he even landed front line out. So,
right, yeah. So I've just seen the group. So you play 4 games, top 2 qualify. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Quarterfinals. Yeah. Wow. So. So if how does the point scoring go? Because they've got 3 games. They've got 13 points. Wales. I don't understand. Do I hear bonus points?
That's right. Yeah.
What's that for scoring?
5 tries or more, I believe, in a game.
Okay.
If I remember right.
Okay. So England have got 2 bonus points. How did that work?
The first game, remember?
Oh, what did we do in the first game then? Did we get 10 tries or no? Sorry, I'm being really thick, aren't I?
No, sorry, I can't even think now. I mean, my mind's gone blank.
We beat Fiji, did we?
Fiji,
yeah.
Okay, and we must have got the bonus points in that game. Or did we get it in the last game as well against Wales? God, it's so confusing. Why can't?
No, we didn't get. No. Neither got a bonus point for.
No.
Okay. So is it possible to get like 3, 4, 5 bonus points if we win like 200-0, or is that possible?
I can't. I can't remember now. It's completely gone out of my head.
Right, blimey. Oh well. Who knows? Maybe someone. This expert eye view we've got on the world of rugby here.
Yeah. Such a
next sport.
Do you know what I mean? Why can't you just win a game, 2 points for a win? You know, it makes life a lot easier than having to work out stupid bonus. I'm kind of glad that at least it's top 2 qualify, because if it was like, I hate it when you get like odd groups. You know, like 3 groups of 7.
Yeah,
you know, and the top 2 guarantee and the best 2 runners up with the socks looking like they're different colours. I don't know. Well, it's all crazy now. Anyway, who's put this last note in on the notes here about a Liverpool goalkeeper? Who's that? Who wants to talk about that one then?
Yeah, I put that one in.
What's that then?
Liverpool goalkeeper that's gone on loan to Swindon. I believe it was. He got fined. I just got to find out where he got fined and decided to pay his £50 fine in pennies.
Pennies?
Yeah, so they cancelled his loan. They sent him back to Liverpool.
Yeah, what a dick. Wow.
It just amused me, so I had to put it in, because it's just something that you obviously want to do sometime in your life, just to...
Yeah. It's like when you...
shove it.
Yeah, it's like when we had a toll bridge open local to us, and they removed the human being from taking the money, and they put a machine in, and people said that they're going to keep the people employed by filling those. When you put your money in to go over the toll, instead of putting 50p in, we're going to put 50p in pennies in. So they have to keep somebody employed to empty the machine, but then they. Of course, the local council said, no, we're not accepting anything lower than a 10p, So anyway, who is he? Anyway, who's the goalkeeper? Is he like a youth player or sort of...
Yeah, Lawrence Vigaro. He got fined for turning up late to training, which usually cost him £150. But senior players got fine reduced to him for £50, down to £50 for him.
Oh, bless.
Then he turned up with bags full of pennies.
And then they said, keep your bags. You're back to Liverpool,
they terminated it. And then I think in the last couple of days, he said that they will actually take him back. So.
Oh, dear. Silliness.
Just all a mess. It's just amusing just to watch.
Okay, let's push on then. So some gaming news, sports gaming news here. So I do see that one of you guys has put in the notes about the PES roster update.
Yeah.
It's not coming for another month.
29th of October.
Wow.
That's
understand.
Crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely... I mean, for saying it's just... I can understand there's the new teams coming in and et cetera, and they'll take a bit of time. But surely the squad update should be day one, shouldn't it, in this day and age?
Absolutely.
There's just no reason for it.
They have 3 weeks, don't they, from the end of the transfer window to release?
Yeah, exactly.
FIFA needed one. When you buy that, the FIFA has to get its roster online, so it's just an online update. But basically, that Pro Evo is updating online teams, but not the offline ones.
Oh right.
Yes.
So it makes it that basically your Master League that you want to play, that like I'm waiting for, is a mess.
Yes.
And players are all at wrong places, but you can actually play with full rosters online, I believe. I'm sure that I've read that somewhere.
Okay, but we're not doing anything online, are we? Apart from sort of divisional.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Yeah.
We
say that, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Actually, yeah, we'll talk about online play because I've had a few goes. And what's this? So obviously Konami a little dodgy when advertising PES on Steam. So I would assume this is the information I heard about the fact they're using PlayStation 4 screenshots.
Yeah.
To advertise PES on PC. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I heard. I basically heard it this morning. I didn't realise because I never buy football games on PC. Mm-hmm. So and then apparently they're getting lots and lots of bad reviews.
Yes. Yeah.
So from what I can gather is they've basically put it into a bundle. So,
so the hiding
a game by itself, they hide it.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. So when you click on PES on Steam, it just comes up with bundle, and the only thing in the bundle is the single game. And if you don't, at that very point, it doesn't give you any reviews. Usually you get on a game on Steam, it'll say, community, very positive, mixed reviews, bad reviews, that sort of thing, as a one-liner hyperlink. But you don't see it until you click inside the bundle, and then you get to see it. So yeah, absolutely naughty. I'm staying well clear of PES on PC this year. It's not anything on my radar.
Yeah, it's just a bit strange. Instead of fixing stuff, they're finding ways to work around it. It don't make sense.
It's the second year running that
stupid.
They've basically given us a half-assed PC game.
Yeah. Oh, it is still a half-assed version then? It's not.
Yeah, it's a PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 version.
Yeah, it's basically just a port or last gen, isn't it, really?
Absolutely. And most PCs these days could probably handle the PlayStation 4, Xbox One version comfortably.
Yeah.
It's a football game, for God's sake. It doesn't take that much. It's quite a
yeah, and the ones that are buying it would obviously know what it needs to run, like normal. It's not that hard.
Yeah, the irony is on a few of the websites like the Evo Web. I don't know if you go there at all. They've got update files that have done all the transfers already for the PC version, so you don't have to wait for the October, late October for the console version. It's already been patched and fixed by the community, as always, and they've added in extra files that you can get to update, to make the graphics look a little bit better. There's a little graphical tweak called Sweet Effects, which on PC does add a little enhancement to the graphics, but not much. Last year Konami on PC removed all the when the players walk out, the cutscene, the opening cutscene, walking out on the pitch, standing up, shaking hands, commentator talking about the lineup. Then you get into game. Well, last year on PC, you press start game from the menu and you're straight at the centre circle and kick off.
What?
Wow.
So that was a PC version last year, and the community unlocked. This is the thing, they unlocked.
It is actually in its files.
They unlocked the cutscene with a patch.
See, that's the best thing you can say about Pro Evo, really. It's community, it's diehard fans that are around it, that love the game.
Yeah.
Really, really love it, and they care for it, and they take care of it. I think Konami should just employ a load of fans instead. Well, looks like they could do a better job.
I don't know what's going to happen next year, because this year's PES is the winning game. I'm putting it out there straight away, and it's a very good. Gameplay-wise on the PC, it's probably going to be a brilliant game. It's just you feel a little bit half-assed because you're not getting it graphically. But it's still gameplay-wise and story-wise and Master League-wise. You're going to get, once you get it, you're going to get into it. So, maybe the sales will be good. Maybe they can improve the PC version for next year. But naughty. Okay, next up is Rocket League. You guys got Rocket League?
I put it in for its patch. I forgot to put it in for last time we were recording.
Okay, yeah.
Quite about a month ago, I think, this update.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Have you been back to it at all recently?
Not really. I ain't had time to since. I think I've only played maybe 2 games since they did the update and they started the seasons properly and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The question is though, how are they going to get people back into it?
Well, yeah, I was thinking that as well, because
it needs something, doesn't it? It needs almost like a team mode or something like that. Community driven.
Yeah.
Something like my club or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They brought out DLC and everything that added bits.
Or online leagues, maybe, a bit like FIFA, where you got through the divisions, and it needs something, because I think it was like I call it like a summer tummy tickle, wasn't it? It was just something to keep you happy and gooby, for a few months, and then we're into the real gaming, which but we can't quibble, because pretty much 99% of people got it for free.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're on PlayStation 4, and probably, in essence, this year's top giveaway game.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll go back because, like I said, I want to platinum it anyway because it's probably only one I can ever get close to platinum. But I don't know. They're making weird decisions because they're like cutting community in half because this update made it that PC players can filter out PS4 players now.
Really?
So they can choose not to get matched up with PS4 players.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know.
Maybe it's keyboard mouse aid.
Possibly, but it doesn't. I wouldn't have thought keyboard and mouse would give any sort of advantage.
Not in this sort of game.
Or even controls wouldn't even
probably
give that
be
much
worse,
advantage.
actually, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So, very interesting. I wonder why that is. Okay, so one of you guys put reviews are in for Blood Bowl 2 and Rugby League Live 3. So what's the scores on the doors? How's Blood Bowl 2 doing?
I popped it in again. IGN have given it 7.8. It's doing really well. This
is for Blood Bowl?
For Blood Bowl 2.
Sounds
again,
good.
it tends to be like a niche market type of thing.
Definitely. And after playing it definitely. We'll talk about the actual game in a minute, but yeah.
And like people heard on Cranky Show, Tarzan never even heard of it, which lost for words with that. I can't even believe it. But
it is a niche game, but I mean, I'd heard of it, and just purely because I'd seen it on lists and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. What about Rugby League? How's that comparing? I mean, that's the better rugby game, isn't it, this year than Rugby World Cup?
It is. It's getting there. These keep bringing out more and more updates and stuff. I don't know whether Rugby League probably translates better, maybe easier for an actual computer game because there's not as much to keep like mauls and rucks and everything. All that's gone.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't even take place in Rugby League. You don't have any lineouts or anything like that.
Okay.
Scrums uncontested, so you don't have to worry about any of that either. It's quicker gameplay. That's all.
Yeah.
Which will probably translate better into a game. They're making slow progress. I had a chance to play it or find anybody that's got it that can even tell me whether like they've had hands on or anything.
Yeah. Has anybody got this game?
Well, they seem to have. It got into charts, if I remember from Sunday's show. Fairly low down, but it got in.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
A fair few bought it. It's just not anybody that's around me.
No.
But it is expensive as well for such a niche game. It is a full £50 release for Rugby League Live, whereas like a niche game like Blood Bowl is only $35 brand new on PS4.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. And of course, once the World Cup's over, these two will probably drop like a stone, won't they, in their price? Probably be looking at 10 to 20 quid, I reckon.
Rugby League, no, not really.
Does it hold?
They hold the price a lot for some reason. They stay really high. There were a John Alomo version again that come out a couple of years ago, and that stayed 50 quid, 40, 50 quid, well over a year after it come out.
Wow.
The game was still charging a full 40 or £45 for it.
Blimey.
And that's plus, like you said, with not many people buying them, there's not much of a pre-owned market. So the ones that buy it tend to keep them because they know they're going to get them.
Yeah.
Because like IGN put on in one of their minuses that it's a steep learning curve. Not for Rugby League fans, it's not.
No, it won't
They understand games straight away. There's no learning to be done.
Yeah, just which buttons do what.
Yeah.
No
Which
rules.
has basically been the same on control for years. It's just your shoulder buttons, L2 and R2 to pass, left and right. That's basically it.
Okay.
So,
just try and get hold of that then. What about Tony Hawk's then, guys? Apparently the launch is a bit of a mess. Is this due to the fact that the patch is larger than the game itself? Is that part of the mess?
everything from what I've seen and what I've been hearing today.
How's it reviewing? I saw a couple of screenshots or a little bit of a video, and it looked bloody awful. But that was just my personal opinion. Is it reviewing okay, or what's your gut feel, Kev, on it?
I didn't see its reviews. My main thing is the stuff like its glitches. Yeah, when you're like jumping in the air, you're doing your tricks and stuff. You're coming back down, and either ragdolling or just floating through floor.
Right. Okay.
Just floating into space. It's really, really strange.
Do you think they're going for a bit of a Skate 3 on this game? Because you know about Skate 3 being a YouTube phenomenon because it's glitched, because it's broken.
Okay.
The YouTubers, and do you remember like a year or so ago, Skate 3 kept popping back up in the charts every couple of weeks.
So YouTubers just buying it to basically make these
absolutely, and they make their
right.
screamy, shouty videos around it, and the YouTubers make loads of money. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 is going to sell loads of copies to the people who make YouTube videos. So
that's what they've done. Then they've hit nail on head. I'm watching a GIF now where
wouldn't be surprised.
He's literally hitting a ramp and basically having a fit.
During development curve, it could go two ways, couldn't it? The developers are kind of thinking, do we invest a load of resource to actually make this game any good, or do we not bother and send it out slightly bust on the hope that it kind of hits in that niche market of the YouTubers? All right.
Well, if I remember right, this one were a bit of a mess in development. Anyway, it changed art style a couple of months away from release. Anyway,
it doesn't look very good art style. It looks PlayStation 3 graphics.
They've just made a mess of it. I don't know why. If that is what they've done, why you do that to like the Tony Hawk brand and stuff. And then they're charging full price for it. It's still a full price, full like AAA game.
Needs to be an arcade release, really. In my opinion. Yeah. So that's by the by.
Or even a freebie on PS4 for the way it is, just to say, here, go and play it.
Yeah, it won't be that.
I know it never will, but
they've probably got to make some money for the musical licenses they've bought, I reckon.
Yeah.
And that's going to be another kicker to any YouTuber who wants to do anything with it. You've got to turn the music off, haven't you, in order to get any ad revenue. But that's another story. Mario Tennis slipped to 2016. One of you's put what's going on there?
Yeah, so probably about the only game left on the Wii now to actually get excited about. And 2016. Was that by any chance at EGX? I thought about the only thing that Wii's going for, isn't it?
The second year running, I've pretty much bypassed the Nintendo stand.
Fair enough.
Foolishly. Last year they had Splatoon all over the place.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Couldn't get near it. This year it was more about Mario Maker.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
There was one game I wanted to see. I never did see it. It was the follow-up to SteamWorld Dig. That's coming out, which was a game I really liked last year.
Okay.
But I never found it. But okay. So that's a shame. So we've got to wait another 6 months or so at least till the next Mario Tennis. Will they have a peripheral with this?
They normally do, don't they? It doesn't do anything other than just hit people on the head with it. Really,
in your hand.
Impale in the TV.
I'll always remember when the original Wii got out and you got your little golf club.
That's right. It was like tiny, wasn't it? It looked like, okay, well, it's shrunk. And do I pull out the thing to make it a full size? Oh no, that's the size of this forever. Brilliant. Anyway, so some good news there. So let's tuck into some the meat and bones of this week and what we've been playing. And there's no disguise that we've all been playing Pro Evo. So let's start there. What are you now? When we spoke last time, it got released, didn't it? That day that we were talking, and you two, it was still in the wrapper. So we've heard my thoughts. I'll talk about what I've been doing in a minute. So what about you? Who wants to go first? What about you, Aaron? Have you played a lot of PES over the last few weeks?
I have.
What's your thoughts then, mate?
My biggest frustration is this whole patch file still not being here. And I don't know why it winds me up so much. I really don't. But it's just I refuse to start a season. I refuse to start anything else. And
okay,
I agree.
It is really, really frustrating me because the game is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Have you done any editing yet?
Yep. I've done the 4 hours plus that everyone else has done.
Yeah, it's about the obligatory, isn't it?
Yeah, and then the site that I was using released a new championship kits.
Good, yeah.
So I had to go and put them on.
Yeah, I know. I did the same. Yeah.
So that was I as always, and every year I have this same problem with PES. The online section just doesn't seem to work for me. I don't know if it's still my NAT settings and everything else that I've been playing around with year on year, but it can't, year on year, you can't have the same problem when I stick in FIFA and that works flawlessly. So
I know.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating, but I've kind of got used to it with PES now. It's one of those things, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. What have you been doing online then? Have you been playing sort of the My Club, or you've been doing the Division promotional thing, or just friendlies? What have you been doing?
I've been trying this My Club malark. I don't think I'm ever going to go back to it, if I'm honest.
It's difficult, isn't it? It's too wordy.
Yeah, and there's no kind of. I personally don't feel like I'm building my team. I just feel like I'm, building a team of randoms, exactly, and I have no control over who comes in or what. And that for me, it just doesn't seem like I'm kind of building my club. It's kind of a bit of a misdemeanor for that one, but it's what it is.
Do you find that whenever you get a player in my team, you've never heard of them? I very rarely, all the time. It's always Italians and lower league Spanish players and Portuguese. I was like, who are you?
Exactly. Yeah, and you have to. There's a lot of restrictions on it, and because of this whole, you have to spend real life money. From what it seems, and I can't find any other way. I can only seem a way to spend real life money to get the good managers. So, although I've got some okayish players, and I've got the Neymars and other people like that.
Oh yeah, you've got him for real, haven't you?
Exactly. But I can't seem to use him because it's all this. I've not got a good enough manager, blah 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 blah, and so then you go online and you get hammered 8-1. So I'm like, in fact,
8-1.
Yeah, because it's all to do with like your what do you call it's down. I can't remember the phrases, but morale's down.
Oh yes, yeah. You start off with something like, is it 800 points or 1,000 points? And if you win a game, you go up. You gain points. You lose a game, I don't even understand that mechanic.
Exactly. And what frustrates me as well is I was playing another one. It was like something like 6-1, I think, or 6-2. I was losing. 86 minutes in, the connection bombs out on me, and they class the game as void. That's all right then. Which I just thought was completely unfair on the other.
So you didn't get a 3-0 win, or
no, just got a void, and it just didn't get counted at all. So, but I have this every year with PES. I always get excited, go out and buy the best version, and realise that all the online features don't work. So
for me, PES has always been an offline game.
It has. It's when your friends come round and you stick it on, and that's when the beauty of it comes, really.
Indeed, yeah. Have you been doing any? So what's the best bit about the game for you, either online or offline? Which piece stands out for you at the moment?
It's just the matches themselves. They're just so much fun. I don't think I've ever come across a game where you felt like you're that much in control of a single player. You just seem to be able to, at any point, you can stop on a sixpence, and you just seem to have control over it, and it's just a fantastic football game. It just flawed in my opinion, but
I cannot agree more. Yeah.
But I love it. And
cool. What about you, Kev? You've been you posted up a little picture the other day about something you were doing on PES. Big defeats, big wins, 9-1, 8-2. What was that all about then?
That would just normally playing online. I think they were in my club, and it's just ridiculous.
I
want to bash both games because they're just stupid this year. Defending in both games just doesn't work.
Well, let's keep PES first, and then we'll get to FIFA in a minute. So
it's defending stupid. My first I got pictured again 6-7. My first 8 games, and in that there were a 9-3 loss, a 5-all draw, 6-all draw, a 9-1 win, and my final one with a 4-3 win.
Blimey! Why are you having such high scoring games? What are you playing? 20-minute halves?
No, it's just normal halves. It's just goalkeepers are stupid.
Yeah.
But they're not on offline.
Possibly because these top teams.
What level are you playing on?
And I'm playing in my club. Trying to level up my team. So it's not best players at all. But we're managing to, everybody's managing to score tons of goals, and goalkeepers just flop around like they're not even there, and defenders they can't get near. I don't know. It's really strange online with my club.
I need
like I said, it's really high scoring. It's just who scores more.
Wow.
It really is.
Is that because the opposition player is just getting the ball and just running at your goal constantly, or
pretty much? It's a through pass, lofted through passes, stuff like that, or just normal through balls. The one I lost 9-3, literally every time he got the ball, he had a striker running, he pressed through pass, and he hit his striker straight away. My defenders stood around as though they were on half time, and goalkeeper flopped around, or if you bring him out a little bit, he sits around and picks his nose on edge of box rather than trying to get back on his line. It's just really, really, really weird.
It does sound very strange what's going on there, unless there's just an online glitch. And obviously, there's
I've got. I think I've still got it in my stream highlights. I've got a game against a friend that shows some of these goalkeepers being stupid because I convinced a friend to buy it, and he's not very happy with me at all.
Bet, yeah.
He hates it, and he's already said that he'll not go back to Pro Evo now.
Oh no!
Because he had the same problem. When we tried to connect online first night, he had the NAT problems and everything. He has had to go in and redo all his router settings, even just to get a basic online game going.
Right.
I don't understand why Pro Evo still use the stupid lobbies that they had on PS2.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. He's just not moved on.
It's because there's been no investment, is there? I mean, you look at Konami; they've practically stopped making any other game apart from PES now.
Well, yeah, but they've bought like European licenses and stuff. Why not fix game first? Make it work online.
Yeah.
Just make goalkeepers have half a brain. Even Sunday League goalkeepers know where to stand.
How are you finding
Pro Evo?
Have you played it offline then?
Not really. I've played a couple of games against a friend,
and I think you should because
it's largely the same though.
You're going to experience a different game if you play it on top, on Superstar or on the second from highest difficulty. There's professional, there's one up, and then there's
I need to try against computer, but
I think doing
highest
against a friend offline.
Forget it. If you want to play, I mean, I think the upshot is, okay. Let me tell you about my online experiences. I posted some videos of me playing TOS yesterday, and I think online. And no, you say against a friend. When you played against a friend, was it where you were having those 9-3, 6-5 scores?
No, they were online against random people in my club.
Right, okay. And how about online against your friend?
Same. We would either
really
1, 2, maybe 3. But one of them, I literally ran over top of him. I think it was about 6 or 8.
Wow. I tell you what, we need to have a little online session. Either me, you, Aaron, me, Aaron. We need to hook online and see how we play against each other.
Yeah.
Because I play quite a slow-paced game, and I usually drop. I know you can't change the pace online, but I usually.
Well, I wondered how do you get up? Well, you don't play online. That's why. How would you get on playing online with changing pace for you?
Well, it was fine. Yeah, I played TOS and it was fine. And we tried something else today. We didn't stream it, but what we did do, and something that you may have noticed, in Master League, or we set up a tournament, we set up a Master League. There's a little option during the process of setting it up called allow co-op mode. Yeah. And then there's normal or role. I'm not too sure what that means. I think what it means is if you have effectively a buddy comes round. So not online, but he's sat in the same room as you. It takes a second controller, and he can assist your Master League. You can play co-op Master League.
Yeah.
So what we did today was we did share play.
Yeah.
Where he invited me in, effectively took hold of the second controller, and we played one of his Master League matches, Derby versus Huddersfield. It was. He had it on amateur level.
Oh, no.
So it was just like, it felt like it was online and just getting the ball and walking through.
Yeah.
So we won 5-0, but we found the game to be very good. The keepers are great. The online was pretty seamless. It was better than when we played a 1-to-1 against each other online. It was there was so much lag.
Yeah.
Well, when I say lag, there was no kind of screen tearing, frame rate problem. It's the response rate of the power button. When you shoot.
I was just going to say the button presses. It seems to take a second for players to realise you've pressed the button.
That's it. That's exactly it.
And it's just, the response is horrendous, and it makes it kind of. But the problem is both of you are experiencing it, so you kind of it's fun and it's annoying at the same time.
Yeah. Problem for me with PES will be when I try to do update files and everything. I wasn't very patient with it, and it didn't work to start off with.
Okay.
So I'll wait for its Master League update. Well, it's team updates, and I'll probably do Master League because that's more I've been waiting for.
You should try be a legend or be a pro, whichever version it is, because that normally is a cracking.
Be a legend. Yeah, I started out with a player as Bournemouth. I did first person. Well, I got signed by Bournemouth. It just so happened, it's kind of localish to me.
Yeah.
And I started off in that first person mode. Over the shoulder, like Gears of War. When I run Gears of War, and I was running around. I wasn't really getting the ball, and I was like, "This is crap," innit? Because I'd never done it before. Never bothered playing it. And then just before half time, I got the ball and I had a shot at goal. And I bent it, and it hit the top of the bar and grazed over. And all of a sudden, it clicked. I thought, oh my god, this is amazing! It was just such good fun.
You know how you have your criticism over VR? Can't you imagine that as VR though? Would that do it for you?
Yes, I can. I kind of get it, but
I still think same. And like I still think VR in Football Manager would be immense to be able to watch it from like a manager's point of view and be able to do like interviews, interviews and player contract negotiations and stuff. It'd be awesome.
That would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. So I can see the futures there, but of course I think they need to refine how it kind of works. I think just like a pair of glasses that you pop on might be the solution long term, but anyway, that's by the by. Anything else about Pro Evo you guys want to have a rant or mention or anything? You happy we put that to bed now?
Yeah, no, I don't want to bash it too much.
It's still early days.
Like I said, I've got some FIFA bashing to do, so I don't look too much like a fanboy. But
yeah, I have as well. I think we should move into FIFA. Did you get FIFA, Aaron? As well,
of course I did.
Yeah. Okay. So we've all got FIFA 6. This is the irony of this show. We've all got PES. We've all got FIFA. Not one of us has played each other. So we all seem to be online at different times. So
did you guys got it on the PlayStation, didn't you?
Yeah. What have you got it on?
I wanted to carry on my.
You carried on Xbox?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, I'll have it on Xbox when it goes EA Access. So, in fact, I think I've still got about 9 hours left. I only played about an hour and a half, 2 hours perhaps, about 8 hours left.
Oh, excellent.
So, I could dip in, but my thoughts of FIFA just quickly are I don't feel it's moved on as a physical game since last year. It's too difficult to spot the difference between the games. In as much as I think, yes, they've slowed it down. They've made the pace a bit slower and the passing doesn't feel as powerful. But I feel the animations feel jerkier than PES. So it feels like there's a frame missing when the players are moving. I don't know. It's just something the way I'm feeling FIFA this year. But you cannot fault it for atmosphere and authenticity. I've started a Southampton career mode and, it's very good. I played a first game away at Newcastle, drew 1-1, and it was a close game. Very, very good. Aaron, tell us your thoughts on FIFA then, mate.
I think for what everyone's basically saying is right, isn't it? There's not that much difference from 2015. The only thing that's kind of working for me, though, is I never played the FUT season at all in any of the ones before. So for me, it's a whole new, fresh perspective, and it's got me hooked completely. So I'll be checking my little online companion, on your phone every every couple of minutes to see, can I get this player? Can I get that player? Can I, so for me, I've got the hook and I'm absolutely embedded in it. I'll play game after game after game whenever I can. And I think I just feel like it's just got that little bit more jazz about it at this moment in time, just because it's got, for me, a new mode, something that I can really sink my teeth into. I've not tried on any of the versions yet on FIFA or PES an actual season mode, and I think that's normally for me where that's normally where I get my most enjoyment out of it. So I'm going to give it a go at some point.
I'll tell you what, now I have started my career, and I'll come on to you in a moment, Kev, about FIFA. The two things that are new in career on FIFA that I have played and I've quite enjoyed are the pre-season tournaments where I got knocked out. I got knocked out the group stage, Southampton, I think. And what did I do? I lost my first game, then I won the second one, and I lost the third one. So I kind of went out the group stages in a tournament in Spain. But I still got about 2 million for the kitty for transfers. And here's the funny thing. When I finished the pre-season tournament, because you kind of play it in order to get more money for your transfer funds, I'd realised I turned off the first transfer window. You get the option to set up a career.
That's the best bit.
Effectively, I'd wasted like 3 hours of my life just playing that pre-season tournament and then finishing, and then the money's sort of secured for the January window now. But that's by the way. The other thing that's really good now, do you remember the skill games in FIFA?
Oh yeah.
It was a separate entity, wasn't it? You had to go into it and play these skill games.
Yeah.
Well, now this is where career mode does. It's a really interesting addition. I quite like it. Every week, you can train up to 5 players, might be 6, 5 individual players. You pick them in a position, whatever, and say you pick a striker. So I choose the forwards for Southampton. I get choice of Pella and Wanyama and Mane and all that. Pick one of them. I could also pick one of the up-and-coming youth players, okay, like Hesketh, I think, and whoever else for Southampton who's in the youth team, the young players who've got the lower stats. And say I pick a player who's about a 60, and after choosing him, you then get a choice of about 6 or 7 mini games that are suited to that player's position, like headers and volleys, dribbling, that sort of thing. And you line up 4 or 5 players to start with, then you go through each person as a mini game. And then at the end of it, it says reveal stats, and then some players will increase their stats based on your performance in the skill game. Some players will decrease, it increases their finance, their worth and stuff like that.
Excellent.
And you can do this every week. You can also set up the players to do the skill games and then like auto-complete. So you don't even have to play them if you don't want to, but you can lever. So basically what this is meaning is that you can buy a crappy player off the transfer market, stick him in the skill games and bring him up.
Excellent.
Nice.
Really one of the best bits about PES, really, wasn't it? It's the Master League at the youngsters and team of youngsters.
Yeah. So I like this
Brilliant.
feature on FIFA on the career, and it's going to be deep. It's going to be involved. Of course, you get a Premier League team. You're completely immersed in the whole thing. It's a great addition. I really do like that. It's just a shame that the on-field play this year is a bit lacking. That's in my opinion, but it just feels not as good as PES this year, on the field. PES off the field is as bad as it always has been, but I know Master League good, but it's not as good as the career mode in FIFA.
So what would you want them to do for 17 then? What would freshen up for
FIFA?
You? Yeah.
Difficult. I think they need a new match engine.
Yeah? What, from scratch?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I think the match engine's still a port from the old version. Imagine if, they've really got the off pitch stuff. They've got the FIFA Ultimate Team and the career mode. It is good, but we got the same old gameplay that we've had for years, and it's just, it needs something new. It needs to be freshened up. So I think a new match engine would go a long way, and it might take 2 or 3 years for it to get nailed. A bit
That's
like
true.
Pez, you know, when
I'd
they
say it is usually slow when
it's taken about
FIFA,
3 years.
FIFA try and do that type of thing.
If they did that though, would they have to skip almost 70?
They won't skip a year, will they? Crikey.
Or yeah, or at least I don't know, a paid content patch or something. I don't know.
No. It just ends up with a dodgy type of year. Like they bring in like a gimmick sort of thing like every year. One of them was slide tackling one year. Like this year, it's letting ball run on past your strikers and stuff.
Good point.
The no touch type of thing.
Yeah,
that's true.
They bring in a gimmick like that every year to try and change gameplay or to make it appear more changed than what it maybe is.
Mm-hmm. I know I'll get into it personally. You know, I think Pro Evo and FIFA are games that are long termers for me for the year.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be on and off them over. You know, one will be favoured over the other for a while, and then it will swap. But what about you, Kev? You've been playing a lot of Ultimate Team, like Aaron?
Yeah. Ultimate Team again is just awesome as always. To be fair.
Mm-hmm.
I've loved that mode ever since it come in. It's one of the best things that they ever did to FIFA. I played it right from beginning when they were doing the little beta versions of it and stuff.
Yeah.
Again, stuff with FIFA. What's wrong is stuff that's on pitch that's a little bit weird. Its defending doesn't work, and referees are far too strict. For my first Ultimate Team game online. Were literally the first game I played online because that's just first mode I go to all the time.
Yeah.
I managed to give away 3 penalties at first half.
What?
Literally every time a player gets touched, they fall down.
Yeah, there is a lot of that.
And it gives a penalty.
Yeah, it feels
every
like
time.
Computers taking over some of the non-controlled players, and they're sticking their foot in. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot.
Yeah,
as well.
I've had a defender go to clear a header, and it brushed against their player, and it gave a penalty. I cleared the ball, but it gave a penalty because he fell down. Them bits just don't work.
Yeah.
No.
Unfortunately, I've not been streaming at the same time while I've been doing it, so I've got no like recordings of it. Like same with Pez, because I was just getting used to Pez before I started streaming it.
Yeah.
It's just overly harsh for people. I guess now, like new players would find it impossible for like players running into box and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The minute you can't even do a normal stand-up tackle because a player will skip past and just fall over, and then you get a penalty. It's every single time.
It's going to get patched. You know that. They are going to iron out a few of these things. But what amazes me, I mean, you were in the beta, weren't you, for FIFA?
Yeah.
Prior to this, how does it compare? Is it identical or?
No, it didn't seem as harsh as what it did. I never noticed it in beta version of it. And like I was doing a lot of that for the draft in beta.
Yes.
That was the main thing. It were all online, same as what I'm doing now, all against other players. It never seemed to happen. I don't think I get any away while I'm in beta. And passing, like you mentioned, that passing's a bit less powerful. People are complaining about it now that it don't go where you want it to. It's not strong enough to even reach a player, no matter how hard you press X or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that in beta either. They've changed it. It's, I don't know. It feels a little bit jarring this time the way it's been released for that, because passers do go astray and they can't even just pass next to each other.
No.
Or when they go to pass next to each other, they pick the guy furthest away rather than the guy stood right next to him.
Is that also with this new direct passing? Have you tried that out? Is that?
I've just tried. No, it's just not.
Just a normal.
I know what you mean. When you hold down the right trigger and you press X, and it fires the ball across the field with a laser.
I've not tried that yet.
Yeah, that's kind of more preferred way to pass actually, because the old traditional just hold down the A or the X. It's too slow, too sluggish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Doesn't feel good.
So it's a bit strange with that. And
how's online for you then? Because of course FIFA's always renowned year on year that it is the game to get in online. I mean, you can be on an online game in about a minute.
Oh yeah. Online works perfect as it always does. Yeah. I've played online Ultimate Team and I've done the online seasons starting from Division 10 as always. It come up. I don't know whether you guys saw it. It come up at the beginning saying that it carries over like some sort of ranking so that you start further up leagues.
Yeah, well, which league did you end up starting in?
It didn't give me one. And it still started in Division 10.
You were me.
I were in Division 3 when I left FIFA 15. I don't understand where my leg up went.
So that doesn't sound like it's working either.
No, that bit didn't make sense. I don't know whether I were tired when I read it because, like I said, I'd been up all day on 23rd, and I literally switched it on when I got home at 1 in the morning on 24th after going to midnight launch.
Yeah,
I don't know whether I just missed that bit or.
How was the midnight launch?
It's good. I love going to midnight launches.
Yeah,
it's just
I do.
crowds are getting younger.
But are they getting bigger though? Because I would have thought these days there'd be even less people. Because, for example, me, I just Amazon bit this year. Well, yeah.
No, it's they're just as busy as always. I mean, our game in Barnsley, they're literally queuing from I'd say around about 11, half past. Well, no, before 11 o'clock, and it queues all the way down street.
Oh, excellent, good.
I mean, for midnight launches, I went to a couple for Call of Duty and stuff like that. Call of Duty is just mental. Trying to go to a midnight launch for that is mental. Yeah. If you're not there early enough, I can't think how to explain it. You're probably 10 shops deep down a street. If you don't get there early enough, you literally can't see game.
Yeah.
It does get that bit. It does get that busy, but crowds are getting younger. More parents are taking young kids.
Really?
That I'm noticing that aren't sort of 17, 18, who you'd expect to maybe still be knocking around, causing mischief to stereotype them like that'd be around at that time. Yeah, there were a fair few young ones there that were with parents and stuff, which a bit different. It's good that parents are getting involved like that, but
yeah. Well, it's only FIFA. When parents are taking the kids to midnight launches for like Call of Duty and GTA, then that's when it was a bit of a serious problem, isn't it? But
I'm glad they're still around though, because it's something that kind of you don't want it to lose, do you?
No.
Oh no, definitely not. This is a problem that I have with Game, because when Game had all their troubles and stuff, I were a big advocate for buying games in game to make sure they stayed in boxes, and I like disc-based games when you have your box and your collections and stuff like that.
That's true. Yeah.
But their pricing strategy and stuff like that it's
mental, isn't it?
It's bonkers. And I had a friend that recently had to buy a new PS4, and basically got ripped off at Game. And when he phoned me and told me, I told him to take it straight back, and he ended up getting a refund and going to Smith's for it instead. The little toy shop. I said a little toy shop.
You mean Smythe's?
It's Smith's up here.
I'm going to say Smith's.
It's Smythe's, all right?
Smith's up here, don't worry about it.
But yeah,
WH Smythe, isn't it?
In a nice bundle from there, because they wanted to charge him £300 just for a 500 gig normal black one. When I told, like I told him, I said, you should have phoned me first. I said, you can now buy the terabyte one with a game for around about 300. But the guy in Game just said, oh no, all console price had gone up £50. That were like 3 or 4 days before FIFA come out, because he brought Pro Evo on the same day.
Crazy.
God,
but unbelievable, and it's Game are just shooting themselves in foot with it.
Yeah, well, they weren't. Their prices were horrendous at EGX. I mean, like Toz, for example, bought Until Dawn for £48.
Yeah,
and that was after they took a £5 off.
Yeah,
it was $52.99 on a till, but it's £48 on the ticket.
Wow.
There again, I don't think that never even released above £50.
No.
It were only ever a £40 title, I think, when it first released.
Exactly. Although I have a story for this week's Cranky Games that'll blow your minds. But anyway, we'll leave that until later on. Let's move on then, guys. We've got a final few bits to talk about. I've been playing Blood Bowl 2 on the PC, which is the Warhammer American football style strategic board game that I've played for the first time. I was aware of it, unlike somebody else who wasn't. I was aware of its existence. Something I'd always liked the look of, but never dipped in, and I managed to get myself a copy of it on PC. So I had a couple of goes tonight. Now, apart from it, there's barely a tutorial in it.
All right.
What the hell's going on, Kev? Tell me what's the you played the original Blood Bowl on
yeah
console, PC? What did you play?
I played it on PC and PSP, to be honest. Yeah.
PSP.
Yep, yeah, it came out for PSP. I've been waiting for it to come onto the store cheap enough, but it's still not there.
It's graphically a great looking game.
Yeah.
So controlling it on the PC, with basically you can control the whole game with the mouse.
Yeah.
You don't even need the keyboard.
That's right. Yeah.
So a bit like the sort of RTS games where you sort of push your mouse up, down, left, and right to make the pitch move around. You can zoom in and out. Completely zoom out goes to a top-down view, almost like Football Manager, the original. Which is very good. I get the kind of there's 8 moves per half, so 16 moves in total.
Yep.
You can move every single one of your players to do various things, but I'm finding the computer strategy against me a bit dumb. Now I don't know. I'm playing the sporty type of game, and I would imagine it's getting harder. Now I try and get the ball and move it up the field to get a touchdown. They tend to move all their players to beat mine up and not kill them, but knock them out for the next round. And it just so I won the first game 2-0 and the second game 4-0. So whilst I don't know what I'm doing, I'm finding it quite easy, or the computer a bit dumb.
It's possibly a bit dumb, but especially if you're in like on leagues and stuff like that, the beating people up and knocking them out and actually killing them, you actually lose that player for the rest of the season. He goes. He does actually. You do literally kill him.
Yeah.
He either gets knocked out and just put into like a sick bay sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or he literally dies and disappears. That's it. He's gone out of your league and everything. It's not like when a player gets injured on FIFA, he's back in a couple of games. No, he's gone. He's gone for good. He's gone off your roster.
Right, so he's dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's very interesting. I mean, like I say, I'm only about 90 minutes in, an hour and a half in to the game so far. I do like it. I like the look of it. As I'm playing it, I'm thinking this could be quite deep and involving and very strategic, almost chess-like.
Yeah.
With the positioning of your people to sort of spoil the other person's tactics. I kind of get the point when you're one-on-one with a player and you want to attack them, a little dice pops up above their head and it's got different sort of attack moves. You can push them back, or you can actually punch them, or you can even kill them, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But if you get 2 players next to one, that gives you 2 dice. And 3 players next to one gives you 3 dice, and then you can cherry pick the best option.
Gives you a better chance to get the outcome that you want.
So it's really good, and you can kind of do. You got 1 play per. You got 1 blitz. What's a blitz? I've done a blitz. Is it where you can just barrel roll through anybody?
Basically, yeah. You have a player. He'll sprint towards that player, and maybe you've got somebody else around him and stuff.
Yeah,
I think it gives you an extra dice if I remember right.
Yeah, I usually do my blitzes against the people who are carrying the ball.
Yeah,
that's what I've been doing so far. And
of course, because it usually guarantees drops it. Then, so.
Yeah, exactly. So overall, it's a very good game, very nice game. I think this is going to be a sleeper hit. Now it's on the consoles.
Yeah,
the Xbox. Is it Xbox One?
It is, it's an Xbox One and PS4. Yeah. Depending on how it plays on them, it could be really good.
It's good. Yeah, it plays really well on PC. As long as it doesn't sort of block too many of the casual players out with its complex rules and controls are really simple. But I think it's the complex rules and the strategic approach.
Yeah, the thing about its rules is, like, to clear it up from Sunday's show and stuff. This did start as an original board game type of thing.
Yes, it did.
It come from Warhammer Universe.
That's right. Yeah.
IGN again stupid because in their review they put as a minus that it's overly random. This game is completely controlled by dice.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about that. It's all down to dice rolls, which is where Warhammer works in general.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So that's that side of it. It's more
and that
tactics
levels
when
the
you're
playing
playing.
field, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah,
So
yeah, because you're just as likely to fall down yourself or get injured yourself.
yes.
When you're gonna punch somebody, you can quite equally fall down, and you
Yeah, I
can
was gonna
injure
ask.
yourself as well.
Yeah, when my players are running, when you put them on a long, put them into position further up the field, they almost get there and then they fall over and then they knock themselves out. Is there a way of avoiding that?
Yeah, don't go too many squares. If you notice when you put your square on for how far they can move,
Okay.
There'll be normal, like grassy coloured ones, and then they'll go to ones that look like they've got little dice on them, or they did in original.
Yeah,
the ones with the dice on,
little dice. Yeah,
it'll give you a dice roll per block that you try to move on extra. And if you don't roll above a certain number, you fall down. You fail.
Got it. So I'm aiming for the dice. So what I would need to be doing is aiming just short of the dice.
Just short of dice, unless you maybe want to take a chance on a touchdown. Then stay short at dice. I would.
Yeah.
It works same way if you're running too close to an opposition player.
Yeah.
That'll also dice roll while you're at side. And like you said, on Sunday, they can actually trip you up. Yeah. If that dice roll goes against you, they can trip you up, injure you, anything. You can even lose ball through it if you go too close while you carry a ball as well.
Do you have PC capable of playing games?
Yes. Yeah.
What about you, Aaron? You're a Mac, aren't you? Though.
Well, I've just got it up now. That's why you were talking. I just got it
on PC on Steam.
Yeah, on PC. Yeah.
On PC, sorry, or Mac? What are you?
PC. I'm looking at the moment because the Mac it's not Mac compatible. So
how are your Steam libraries looking, guys? Are you pretty?
Nowhere near yours, but
no, I'm saying. Only thing I noticed when having a look at it other day, there's probably a fair few that you haven't got that's on mine. I've noticed that I ain't got any mutual friends that are in it.
Say that again. What with the
with the games that I've got in my library? I've got a fair few that ain't got any mutual friends or anything. That I've got the game as well.
Oh, right. So there might be a bit of... Okay, we'll talk about that offline in a bit. Good. So that's Blood Bowl 2. I'm going to give that a recommend, I reckon, because it's a good little sporty game with a very nice Warhammer twist.
I do. I love it, especially because of the universe.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Anything else we'd like to discuss? Aaron, you've been playing some Forza 6?
Yes, Forza 6.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I do. There's not really much more to say about it than what's already been discussed, but I'm really, really enjoying it this time around. It's more customization of the cars and everything that gets me. And
you finding it easy to fit time in to play it with the 2 footy games out?
Not really, no. It's all I care about is trying to build up the same car that I actually drive. So I've got, for some reason, every year that's what I try and do. Whatever
Have you tried the online leagues in it?
No. Apparently they're brilliant now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're okay. They're a bit confusing of exactly what it's meant to be doing, but it's a nice little twist on it. But you should check that out when you next have a go. Yeah,
I will do.
And Kev, anything else that you would like to let us know you've been playing? Tell us about Score Hero.
Just my usual iOS stuff. Score Hero, I've managed to get into Season 8 now. It's really good. I don't know...
Who are you playing as?
I'm in the Man United team now.
Oh, right. I've made it that high up, yeah.
Yeah, but I've bounced around a few different teams now. I started at Derby, ended up at Swansea. Right. Then I had a choice of Liverpool or Spurs, so I had to go Spurs because I hate Liverpool.
It all seems downhill to me from Derby, but yeah.
And then I got my transfer. I could have picked Man U or Chelsea, right. So I went with Man U. I don't know does everybody get same story?
Yeah, I think we do.
Because
I've started it on the iPad as well, and it feels like it's following the same story.
Oh yeah. I'll not spoil it. End of season 7 then.
Good, thank you.
But yeah, it's really good. It's frustrating because I'm still doing it without using any of the currency or to try and do reruns, rewinds, or whatever.
Yeah, so there is a game that I was going to ask you guys about. Do you have either of you played, or are you aware of a game called Lords of Football? Have you heard of it?
No, what's this one?
No, I don't think I have.
Think The Sims.
Okay.
Meets Football Manager.
Okay, so whilst there is an element of Football Manager in it, it's also about your player. You play as a single player, and you've got to deal with all the off-field shenanigans as well. Apparently, you can go clubbing after a Saturday night match, and it's all sort of twists and turns about about what you do. So I might try and get hold of it. It sounds very interesting.
Yeah,
very intriguing.
Nice.
It's on PC. It's very cheap. I don't think it'd be more than a tenner.
I like it.
I'll have to let you know about that. I might try and get that for the next time we record.
Did you guys ever play that Game Dev Story? Because there was a football version of that one. That was really, really good.
That was a mobile game, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah. Just that sort of reminds me.
Yeah, the one I played more was the Grand Prix version of that game. Actually,
yeah, that was
Grand
good.
Prix story.
Yeah.
I never saw them once.
yeah, they're really good.
Well,
Nice.
Game Dev Story is an absolute must play, and I think the football one was just as good as well. It was a cracking little time.
Yeah, I'll have to try and find that out. I've probably got it in my download history. But just moved on and never bother re-downloading them. Good stuff. Okay, guys, it's been a good show, hasn't it, this week? Lots of PES and FIFA talk, and not all positive, but hopefully the future is going to look bright there. So, want a big thank you to you both for coming on. So, thanks, Darren, thanks to Kev.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks very much, and thanks to anybody who's listening to this. Give us some comments on YouTube and on the Crikey. I would give it the Twitter account, but I can't remember what it is. Is it at Cranky Sports Show? I think that'll sound about right. Just do that on Twitter, you'll find it. And until next time, thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay, see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.